Yeah, Myles, I'm just curious. Coach Woodson the other night talked about get trying to get Kanan going a little bit after the first game as a point guard. Somebody you've also known him for a while and played against him last year. What maybe can you do this next exhibition, these first couple regular season games, to maybe make him more comfortable and get him involved?
I thought he was very comfortable in my eyes. I think all the shots that he took were shots that he takes every day in practice. I think we were just missing. But as far as my job and what I can do for him, just continue to get him wide open looks and make him get into a flow easier. So maybe that's getting him a layup, get him to the free throw line so you can see a couple go in. And like his intensity and his energy never faded. So I thought he played pretty good. We just missed shots. And like I said, those are the shots that he shoots normally every day in practice. So those are the shots that we're used to.
Jack and then Mike.
Hey Miles, you guys have talked about wanting to play fast this season. I guess against Tennessee, what do you feel like you learned about what it takes to do that, just like against like a different opponent?
I would say definitely have to be able to, pick and choose the times when you want to play fast and when you have to come down and execute because Tennessee, they defensively, they made it really hard for us in the half court by pressuring us and, denying the pass. So when we had the opportunity to get out, we had to take full advantage of those and, get those easier buckets for us so that way down the stretch, we have a little bit of a cushion like we did. And I just think it just comes with it. It varies between each team and whoever's guarding you at the time, but I think in the grand scheme of things, just like I said, just picking your spots and knowing when to go and when not to.
Mike and then Jim.
Yeah, hey Miles. How valuable was it for you personally to get an exhibition matchup against a guy like Zachzler, and how did you kind of grade yourself? Kind of what feedback did you get, and what were the pluses and minuses of your day?
I mean, obviously he was Defensive Player of the Year last year in the SEC. A lot of people made the matchup, the great point guard matchup between me and him. But in my eyes, it was just about Indiana versus Tennessee and just getting that win. Anything to, I would say help my team win and how it looks like on my coach's staff and how they looked at me and how I played is more valuable to me than how I internally see myself play. So just going out there, just being able to compete at a high level against a really good point guard as well and a great team and great environment. Just you live for those moments at the same time. Last year I was in a lot of those moments, and I'm just happy that I'm able to continue it here, and looking forward to the season and seeing what many more moments we can have like that.
Jim and then Daniel.
Myles, thanks for your time today. In the exhibition with Tennessee being the first kind of a test with your new teammates, being the point guard, you're kind of a de facto leader, especially on the floor. What conversations did you have after that game with your various teammates to try to say, hey, we need to do this a little bit better, and I need you to do this to help things flow better?
Well, the main message for them, I told them was like, when we head into the game that they're not going to give us a game if we got to go in there and take the game. And I feel like that's what we did. And after the fact, once we got the win, it was just a lot of encouraging words. At that moment in time, everybody's emotions was really high. We had just got the win. So just congratulating everybody on how well they played and telling them that it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty in the beginning. We still have to, get out a lot of kinks and get familiar with one another playing against somebody else because you're practicing against each other all year long up until that first game. So just knowing that it's going to be a long season, we got to take it not even game by game, but just day by day. And just knowing that as long as we improve each and every day and, we're striving to be better than we was our last previous game and the last previous day, then we're just heading in the right direction.
Daniel, then Pete.
Yeah, Miles, as far as gelling with as many new faces as what you all have, I'm curious if you feel like you guys are, on track or perhaps even ahead of schedule in that regard.
I mean, I think the game on Sunday it was just about who wanted it more, and I think we're already a pretty close team and we've gelled pretty quickly. But at the same time, we still didn't have Trey Galloway, we didn't have Ja'Kai Newton, and we didn't have Bryson Tucker playing at the same time. So, I mean, for us, those are three big contributors for us, and I think once we get all of them back, then I think that's just gonna not only, you know, gel us even more, but just push us to another level that we could be at. And I just think, as far as right now, I think we're right where we want to be at, but still knowing that we still want to improve.
Pete and then Todd.
Hey, Miles, how intriguing is it to be able to play with Malik, and how much fun is that going to be as you move into the season?
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Since I got here, I've got to know Malik and just knowing where he likes the ball and where where he wants it at and how I can get him going early on. And we have that special bond on the court and off the court as well. So just being able to, like I say, make his game easier, make his life easier on the court is ultimately what my job is. And I think I went out there and did that Sunday, and vice versa. He did that for us as well by hitting a lot of key shots for us down the stretch and playing as good as he did.
Todd, then Alex.
Myles, Coach Woodson has said he wants to play fast this season. How do you get to the point where you can play at the speed that you want to play and also play mistake-free basketball? What goes into that for you?
I don't think there's a thing as mistake-free basketball. That everything, you're gonna have turnovers, you're gonna have misreads sometimes here and there, but like I said, it just goes back to just picking our spots. Like since the summertime, he's allowed me in like open gyms and everything, like kind of like play and like fill the game out for myself. And then more so in practice now, he's like coaching me more to see certain things and push the pace when we're supposed to push it and get the shots that he wants us to get in a certain moment of time. So just having that healthy relationship with not only the players but the coaching staff as well, just to feed off of one another and just knowing when and where we want to push and how we want to do it.
Alex.
Myles, I'm curious as a point guard, it's sometimes difficult to strike a balance between scoring and facilitating. How do you kind of approach that when you go into a game? And I mean, I guess how's that something you can work on maybe too in practice?
Yeah, I think with my mindset, I'm always out here to get the team involved first and, see kind of where everybody's head and energy is at early on in the game. Like I said, we went to Tennessee. It was a very hostile crowd environment. A lot of nerves was going on. So, I just had to be the head of the snake and just continue to be poised and let everybody else settle in. And whatever it is, if it's me rebounding or me going to score or me facilitating, me playing defense, whatever it takes for me to get the team calmed down in a certain situation or moment, that's what I'll do. So it's not necessarily just scoring or facilitating. It's doing whatever it takes for the team that they need from me at that moment in time.
Last question for Mike.
Yeah, Myles, going back to that Tennessee exhibition, you've been through a whole season of high major college basketball, so you know what road environments are like. I'm curious, now having been through that game on Sunday, do you think it's going to help this team, when you guys do go on the road for the first real game? And if so, how so?
I mean, definitely. That wasn't felt like an exhibition game. It felt like a real midseason type of game on the road against a top 15 team. And I just love the way that we battled. We never gave up. Like it was a back and forth battle all game long, and I think that just prepares us for the moments like for postseason basketball, for in conference time, and like just on the road in general. Like when we go to the Bahamas and everything. So I think us getting that win, especially, gives us a little bit more boost of confidence and knowing that hey, okay, even though we might not have everything we want in this moment of time, we can still go out there and produce and win and get out gritty games.
All right. Thanks, Myles.
Thank you.